Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. So in this video, what we're going to talk about are the hot products to sell on Amazon. Now, I'm sure you're wondering right now, what products should you start selling on Amazon? Which ones are going to make you lots of money very quickly and very easily? And which ones should you stay away from? Right? That's the million-dollar question right there that I'm sure you're asking yourself right now. Which products should I promote? Well, the good news is that I'm going to answer that right now in this video. So I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily find awesome products to start selling. So let's dive headfirst into that right now. So here's the deal. As I'm sure you already know, there are millions and millions of products on Amazon. Like there's some weird, bizarre, strange, creepy things on Amazon. Like it's amazing what you can find on there. And honestly, you can make money from selling, a lot of that stuff. Even really bizarre things that you haven't even thought about, like a plunger, or how about shower curtain rings, or how about nail clippers or something like that. Like, yeah, for those items you can make a lot of money from with this method. So don't write those weird things off. So all that to say, hopefully that shows you right there that you're not limited to any ideas that I throw out there. So in, the next few videos, I'll drop some, hints here and there. I'll give you some tips of some different markets that I like or ones that I've found that were nice. But honestly, you can make money doing just about anything. Like I said, some quirky, strange products, you can sell those on Amazon and you can make a lot of money from it. So I don't want to just limit to say that, hey, you should only promote fuzzy slippers on Amazon. That's it. That's all what you should do, right? Because that's not. Like with this method that I'm teaching you, you can make money selling a lot of things on Amazon, just about anything on Amazon. But like I said, some are going to be easier than others. So what you're looking at right now, this is a list of some of the things that I like to look for. So what I'll do is I'll go down through the Amazon product list, and we're going to do that in the next video. I'm going to show you exactly step by step how I pick a product to start selling on there and making money. Okay? But the thing is that this is a criteria. This right here are the bullet points, the checklists that I like to go down to make sure that the products match this, right? So let's talk about this right now. The number one thing that I like to look for, and when it comes to promoting things and selling things on Amazon. Now, I keep saying promoting, but what I really mean is selling. I'm a marketer, so that's all I think about is promoting. But what I'm talking about when I say promoting is like you take an item and you list it on Amazon and you make money from it, okay? So the number one thing here is that it has to be hot and selling, right? The only time that I'll sell things on Amazon is when it's a product, when it's an item that people are buying like crazy. It's something that people want and that is already, there's lots of similar products in the market that are getting lots of sales. Now, this is very, very important, and it's amazing at how many people just miss this, okay? So just make sure to remember that right there. When it comes to selling things on Amazon, make sure that what you're selling is a product, an item that people want and that's selling out like crazy. Now, how do we figure out if an item is selling out like crazy? Very, very easy. If it's selling out like crazy, then it's a bestseller. Okay? So really, all I do is I'll go to Amazon and I'll check their different categories. And usually what I'll do is I'll go anywhere between like 2, 3, up to like 4 categories deep. And again, I'll walk you through that. And when I mean like 4 categories deep, I mean like you go to Amazon and you click on the tab that says health, health products. And then from health, you then go to where it says beauty. And then from beauty, you then go to face, from like things dealing with your face, like facial cleansers or serums or beauty, I don't know, all that stuff that girls mess around with, facial scrubs and moisturizers. Us guys have no clue about any of that, right? But do you see that? So health to beauty to face, right? That right there would be 3 categories. So then if I went down deeper to, let's say, okay, moisturizers. Okay, now I have just gone 4 steps deep. So that's usually as far as I'll go. I'll typically go, like I said, 3 or 4 steps deep. And then what I do there is I look for things that are in the top 100 bestseller list of that section. Okay? So just to recap, just to make sure we're both on the same page here, you want to go to Amazon and you want to look for the best selling products. Go to the categories and you can go 3 to 4 categories deep. And then what you want to do is look for what's in the top 100 list right there. And that right there is going to give you ideas for products that are hot and selling. Okay? And so if you see right there that, let me just throw some random thing out there. Let's say an oven mitt. Right? An oven mitt, if you go into cooking and then you go into appliances, cooking, and then another step, and then you see one of the top items in that section is an oven mitt, well, now hey, an oven mitt might be a great product that I can do. That is something that is hot and selling. So hopefully I just made that super simple and you're following me. All right. And now you might be wondering, why are we just going after things that are hot and selling? Why aren't we going for things that are, micro products or things that are unknown, things that are that nobody else is doing? Well, here's the thing. If nobody else is doing it, there's probably a reason for it. It might not be working. And you're basically taking a gamble, number one, right? So I stay far away from doing products that I have no idea how they're going to do. I don't like to gamble when it comes to money because I don't like to lose my money. So I only bet on sure winners. I only bet on horses that I know are going to win. So that's what we're talking about here. We're going to be betting on things that we know is going to win. Okay? So yeah, stay away from things that are not hot. Like if something is not in the top 100 list, or let's say it's a top 100, but you had to go 10 categories deep. Like you had to click on 10 different things, like 10 different categories, and then something showed up. I would probably recommend that you stay away from that. Because again, you're going to be taking a chance. You don't even know if people are searching for it on Amazon, right? That's the big thing. If nobody's even searching for it, nobody's even going to see your product. And if nobody sees your product, you're not going to make money, right? But we're going to go into the hot areas, the stuff that people want, and then your product is going to be ranking on top. And it's just inevitable that you're going to make a lot of money. Because like I mentioned earlier, there's over 100 million people on Amazon looking to buy stuff every single month. Every month. That's crazy. Okay. And if you had your product up on top of a top category, you're going to get a lot of traffic and you're going to get a lot of people looking at it and you're going to make money, bottom line. But if you're trying to sell some weird, some weird out there thing that nobody even searches for, you're not going to make money. So yes, you have got to sell something that is hot and selling. And the way to do that is you want to go to Amazon, check out the different categories, go a few subcategories deep, go anywhere between, like I said, 3 to 4 deep. And then on that page, look for things that are in the top 100. And when you click on the product, you'll see that every product on Amazon has a ranking, depending on how many sales that product has. So I typically like to go for things that are under 10,000 or so. That's a good sign. Now, if something's in the next level up, like say 20,000 to 50,000, hey, that might be worth doing. It might be worth giving a shot. But again, ideally what I like looking for is something that's within 10,000 rank. And we're going to go through that in the next video. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't even sweat it. We're going to explain more about it, but just realize that we are going to go for things that are hot and selling because we know that people want it. We know they're searching for it, and we already know that people are spending money on that product. Don't take a chance. Don't go out there, try doing something bizarre that no one's ever heard about. Then you got to buy some products and it's just going to sit and collect dust and you're not going to make money. So don't do that. Okay? Next, the next thing I like to look for is, well, I mean, this is not that I like to look for this. It has to be this way. Otherwise, I don't do it. So the thing is that the product that we do has got to be able to be white labeled. Okay. If we can't white label it, then I'm just going to move along and do something else. Okay. Now you might be wondering right now, what the heck is white labeled? What does that even mean? All what white labeled means that I can slap my logo or my name on that product. Okay, hence the white labeled. Like there's nothing on the label and I could put whatever I want on there. Okay, and the reason we want to do that is because we want to have our own product on Amazon, and we want to control that product, and we want to be the only person selling that product. Okay. And we're going to explain more about that later, but just realize that we have got to be looking for products that we can white label and put our logo on. So, I mean, what are some examples of things that can be white labeled? I mean, a stapler, right? A stapler could be white labeled. You could put, your logo on that stapler and nobody would know the difference. Okay, a perfect example. Let's say, for example, supplements. So supplement is a really great example of a white label business. Pills, because there's diet pills that are out there. There are companies that make diet pills, and then you could just slap your logo on that diet pill and make it yours. So another term for white labeled is PLR, private labeled rights. So that's another term that some people know it as. But yeah, just realize that when it comes to this method, we have got to be looking for things that can be white labeled. So what are some things, some ideas of things that can't be white labeled? Well, if I'm trying to resell something that's a known brand, known product, you can't white label that. Like, for example, an iPhone, right? If I could try, finding a manufacturer that makes iPhones, and maybe I can get it for $10 cheaper than everybody else and sell the iPhone on Amazon and make like $5-10 profit or something, right? But that's not what we're talking about here, because that's way too small of profits. So, so think about anything that's like a well-known product, that you can't white label, like it's just a well-known product. Like I said, Apple. How about Beats headphones? Okay, I can't white label that. I can't basically, go to the company Beats and say, hey, can I slap my logo on your headphones, your Beats headphones, and just start saying they're mine and sell them online? No, you can't do that, because they're going to sue you, and that would not be a good thing. All right. So just realize that the stuff we're looking for, it's got to be able to be white labeled, and we'll talk more about that, but I just want to mention this now. Next, the next thing here is, when it comes to this method, it's got to be something where I can order small quantities of it. And again, when we talk about the manufacturer and going to get these products done, well, I'm going to explain exactly how you do that, okay? But yeah, if the product that you want to do, if you talk to the manufacturer and they're like, okay, we can make these products for you, but your minimum order is 10,000. You got to buy 50,000 of these products before we ship it out to you. If that's the case, you need to say next and move on to the next product, right? Now, you'll be surprised though, a lot of products out there, you can do really, really small quantities, and you can, again, we can get this white labeled with our logo slapped on it. And, small quantities, I'm talking like you can buy 5, you could buy 2, you could buy 10, you can buy 50, whatever. And then you could just slap your logo on it. And the reason why you want to do small quantities is because we want to test this first to make sure that you're making money before we buy more. Don't go out there and buy 50,000 pens and then try to sell them on Amazon only to find out that nobody wants to buy your pens. And then you got those pens just sitting in your garage and and just burning a hole in your pocket. You don't want that. So that's why we want to order small quantities. That way we can test small. All right. Next, we want to go for things that have a small price tag. So we're looking for things that we can sell, that's underneath $60 or so. It's not really like a hard rule, but ideally I like to look for things that are underneath $60. But again, let's not do too cheap. So I would probably say something that's between like $5 and $60. Because look, if we're trying to sell something on Amazon for 50 cents or $1.50 or something like that, by the time that we ship it out and by the time Amazon takes their cut, we're not going to make any money from that. So if we're selling something that's like for 50 cents or $1, like say we're selling like a pack of rubber bands, you're not going to make much profit with that at all. So ideally, what I would like to look for are things that are, at least a few dollars and up to about 60. All right. And again, I like to just cut it off right about there because the more expensive the product is, the less impulse of a buy. The more people are going to be thinking about it and, sleep on it. And it's just not as easy as a decision as something that costs like $30 or $40 or something like that. Okay. So we just want to look for things that have a cheaper price.